Hey guys, I'm Chad with the Paleo Secret, and I want to talk to you today about some of the problems with sitting and how our Sitting Solutions product can help address some of these issues that you may be facing. So first off, I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I specialize in treating the spine. I've seen all kinds of back pain, neck pain, bulging disc, herniated disc, sciatica, you name it, I've seen it. I've seen and treated thousands of patients with these types of issues day in and day out. And for the most part, these people are just sitting in poor positions for long periods of time. It's not because it's genetics or they got in some accident. It's because of the damage that's been done from sitting for so long. And sitting is, you're hearing a lot more about it lately in terms of our consciousness and the damage it's done to our culture. Some people will say that sitting is kind of like death, and I pretty much agree with that in terms of what it does to the human frame. We're starting to see correlations with heart disease and sitting, problems with cortisol, adrenal glands with sitting. So a lot of changes happen when you take the body out of its natural movement environment and put it into a caged kind of sitting position for so long. And our solutions up to this point have largely failed us. Pain meds will give you good short-term relief, but in the long run, it can be very inflammatory and damaging to your gut. So we're seeing a lot of problems with that. Massages, while they feel really good, they don't always address the root of the problem, and you don't want to keep having to go back and spending all that money on constant massages. And then the other option we have is spinal surgeries, which are very, very expensive, and they don't always go well. Another thing where we see good short-term relief in terms of getting people out of acute pain, but for the long run, you're having some changes in the tissue of the body, and you see loss of function later on down the road. So not always the best course of action in terms of dealing with the sitting environment. So, but the reality is we can't avoid sitting. It's something that most of us do in order to earn a living, but the answer is not a pain pill or a $1,000 chair or constant massages. It comes down to you understanding some principles about sitting and human movement in terms of how to sit, how to stabilize your midline, and more importantly, understanding that we live in a flexion-based society. In other words, we're always bending forward, and we're going to see some specific changes to the human body as a result of that, and we need to do some certain movements and specific exercises to compensate being in that position for such long periods of time. So what our Sitting Solutions product does is it helps you prevent and address all these problems that we have from sitting. And again, we're doctors of physical therapy, so we have this knowledge. We've seen this over and over again. It's been tested on our patients and retested, so we know what works and we know what doesn't work. In other words, we know how to get to the root of the problem and help you address that issue on your own. And we want to give you this knowledge to help empower you so that you can become your own physical therapist. So you don't have to go see us day in and day out, because we're just going to give you this information anyway if you do come see us or really any other physical therapist. And we provide you with a plan of action. We give you a clear-cut, easy to follow program that you can do right beside you at your workstation, and you can see exactly what you need to do at exact times. So these are stretches that you need to do and should do often if you're sitting at all or have any interest of minimizing your chances of having pain and functional longevity and whatnot. And these are very simple, very effective exercises that anyone can do no matter your age or current level of fitness. So we wanted to create something that anybody can do that's highly, highly effective. And we've given these to most of our patients. So again, we've tested and retested. We know what works and we know what doesn't work. And we support you through the process. Each exercise is explained in detail with both video and written descriptions. So it's very easy to understand. And we give a nice, easy to follow routine of exercises that you can do every hour on the hour, because basically it's consistent movement that you need to do in a certain direction. A lot of people will ask, well, isn't just getting up and walking around enough? And I would say, no, it's not. Because again, you're going to have to move and unglue what's already been glued in the same way that just sitting with a better posture is not going to do it. You can address how you sit, but for a lot of people, they're already stuck in a very poor position. So those people, it's not going to be enough just to tell them to sit in a better posture. They actually have to unglue what's already been glued. And again, we know this works. It's just a matter of you doing it. So please, if you're someone who does sit and you're looking to prevent pain and optimize your health and function for life, then what you need to do is click on the link below, go ahead and get the solutions to sitting and take action. Thank you.